What if I told you that you could cruise the city in a Lamborghini or fly your own private plane without spending your own money? Owning these expensive assets doesn't depend on the amount of money in your bank. It's about the strategy in your playbook. And today, I'm going to show you how you can bypass years of savings and start living the luxury lifestyle immediately. You can own private planes, exotic cars, and million-dollar properties without touching your savings account. Look, my name is Shannon Robnett, and I've been doing this for over 25 years, and I've mastered the art of strategic investing. The approach has allowed me to acquire assets like private planes that I own without spending my own money. Today, I'm here to pass on these strategies to you so that you can accelerate your journey to the luxurious lifestyle you've always dreamed of faster than you ever thought possible. Imagine this. You've been buying assets the traditional way, out of pocket, full price, advised by your accountant who is cautious but not a strategist, and you've saved and scrimped it all the time. You believe that someday you'd enjoy the fruits of your labor. But what if someday never arrives? Or it arrives too late? Let me tell you about Carlos. Carlos is a guy who I watched build a massive real estate empire, and he was set to retire. But you know what? Carlos's wife had a massive stroke. And guess where Carlos found himself? Being the caretaker for his precious wife. So Carlos's retirement wasn't spent the way that he thought. He had put off someday for tomorrow, and tomorrow never showed up for him. So the reality is you can never plan for that to be a guarantee. So why not find a way to fly the planes, drive the cars, enjoy the breathtaking vacation homes without using your own money? See, Carlos's story isn't unique, but it is heartbreaking. But how many of us are working toward a someday that might never come as you envision it? There is another way, a strategy where you don't have to wait until you're too old to enjoy your life, a way that allows you to embrace luxury now by flying in private aircraft, driving exotic cars, owning breathtaking vacation homes without using your own money. Most people aren't even aware that there's another way around. That's why they're missing out on the retirement they always dreamed of because they spend too much time amassing the money to get there. So let's talk about what they don't have and should have. So the non-traditional route is buying things and letting other people pay for them. And here is what we're looking to find. If you follow your tax accountant's advice, you're going to buy an asset out of pocket. You're going to make the payments with your own money because you're buying an investment. And then you're going to have too much work. You're going to end up too old, and you're not going to be able to enjoy that luxury. So here is the proof I'm going to give you. I own 4 aircraft. I have those leased out. I have access to those aircraft when they're not being flown by others. But here's the reality. When I bought the last aircraft I bought, I paid $400,000 for it. I put $80,000 down. I financed the balance, and I leased it out. Somebody else is making the payment on that, and I'm making about a 10% profit on that plane every year. You combine that with the Section 179 bonus depreciation that I was able to take on that aircraft because it was a tool in a leasing company, and I was able to get a check back from the IRS in 2022 for $132,000. I put 80 down, I got 132 back. I made 40 grand right off the bat. After all of my expenses, somebody else is now paying that bill, and I have aircraft to fly. It's really that simple. It's not about what I did, it's how I did it. Let me give you another example. I have a friend of mine. Her passion has been resort properties, investment properties in resort locations. And Celia has created a portfolio of investment properties in very exotic locations. I'm talking the Dominican Republic. I'm talking the Panhandle of Florida. I'm talking all over the world. She has bought properties, spent a lot of money to decorate them to the nines. These things are equipped with everything, and they're gorgeous. She puts a manager in place, she Airbnbs them, and she is able to take all of the setup costs as a 179 one-time depreciation when she puts that product into service. That is allowing her to finance the majority of what's happening, take bonus depreciation on the asset, Section 179, all the plates, dishes, cups, Tupperware, whatever else goes into it, beds, televisions, all that kind of stuff, create tax benefits for herself and have somebody else pay for that asset. Now, Celia isn't anywhere near retirement age, but I guarantee you by the time she is, these assets will all be paid for at someone else's expense. This is the benefit of the Intelligent Investor Framework. We show you how to buy and build the lifestyle you want with other people participating to the point that it costs you little or nothing to have the luxury you've always dreamed of. Not only have I done this myself, but I have clients and students who've done this also. Because this strategy is so successful, I decided to reverse engineer every step I took and to create what's called the Intelligent Investor Framework so that investors like you can take advantage of it and start making better investments to live the life you've always dreamed of, live it to the fullest, and live it now. You've seen the proof that it's totally possible to enjoy the exotic and expensive investments you want without breaking the bank, because an intelligent investor is what will make it happen for you. I'm going to do my best to break it down in a simple and easy way for you to understand. And if by the end of this video it still doesn't make sense to you, go ahead and tell me how much I suck in the comments. I'll deserve it at that point. I'll use it as fuel to do better in my next video. So the reality is when you look at the lifestyle you want, the first thing you need to identify is, what do you want to have in retirement? What kind of lifestyle? Put a number to it. You know, Tony Robbins says in his book, Money, Master the Game, he has you break it down to what is it going to cost you to live the life you want at the end of that. And the reality is, it's not about having a pile of cash at the end of the day that you can dip into every single week to pay for those expenses. It's about having assets that give you those on a monthly basis. So now you're working off of money that came in every month off of your investments. But I'm going to take that one step further than Tony did. I want to show you how to align those things with money-making ventures now so that the things that you envision in your future are actually available to you today. Think about this. You want to plan a trip. You want to go to the Colorado Rockies, you want to go skiing, and that is something that you love to do. What if you had your own airplane that could get you there? That wasn't being used, you scheduled it out, you knew when you were going to go. When you got there, you stayed in your Airbnb, but the 3 weeks prior to that, some other people had been staying in and they'd more than paid the monthly rent. In fact, they paid enough to rent that place while they were there to pay for your lift tickets, your dining, all of those kinds of things that you're going to do while you're there. What if on top of that, all of the expenses that we just talked about you incurring, airplane fuel, maintenance, ski passes, dining, all of those kinds of things, what if those were expenses because you were doing site visits to your assets, evaluating what was going right, what was going wrong in your businesses? These are the steps that I'm talking about that the Intelligent Investor Framework breaks down so that we can help you identify what your goals are, where you want life to end for you, and how to build that backwards so that you can start enjoying that now while taking massive tax saving steps along the way that allow you to build that wealth today with tax benefits and the lifestyle now. So here's more proof. Look at apps like this: Turo, Outdoorsy.com, GetMyBoat.com, Boat Setter, Rent an RV, RV Share, Cruise America. All of these are apps that are built for you to market your product without having to build your own market strategy, that allow you to put these tax savings into place today and allow you to take advantage of them. So if you take anything away from this video today, take this. The right strategy creates a life of luxury now instead of later, and it allows you to make money doing it. These are strategies that the rich use every single day, but they don't talk about it. And I'm going to walk you through the legal and risk management steps that will allow you to tackle this strategy like a pro. With these key tactics, you'll not only protect your assets, but also align perfectly with the law, ensuring maximum security for yourself and your investments. You'll see how to become an intelligent investor and what that means in enjoying luxuries you're passionate about without spending your own money. And I'm going to show you how to do this with the steps that are required to ensure that your investment is safe, that you are protected, the right kind of insurances to put on it to protect you from liability, and how you can make yourself anonymous in this whole process. We'll talk about ways on how to keep you in strategic compliance with your CPA and the tax code that will allow you to build this wealth the way you want to. So if you want a more detailed explanation of the intelligent investor framework that I've created, there's an hour-long video linked below where I explain exactly what this strategy is and how it works and what it looks like with more real-life examples.